Resveratrol is back at a phenomenal price, one of the ultimate beauty secrets. But since it's Customer Appreciation Month and the finale, we need to talk about a product that millions and millions of customers appreciate, and that is Coenzyme Q10, a product that Andrew introduced into America many, many years ago. It's the most powerful and comprehensive in the market. Andrew, this is a feel the difference product, one that I would never, ever be without.
And CoQ10 it's something that it should be a vitamin. It should be, when we think about the most essential nutrients, we think about vitamins. And when you think about a vitamin, biochemically, when a vitamin goes to work in your body, it transforms itself into its coenzyme form. So in its name, CoQ10 is basically a vitamin because it's already named in its coenzyme form, Coenzyme Q10. So when we look at CoQ10, it should technically be considered a vitamin, and the only reason it's not is our body can make a small amount. As we get older, and I mean in our 20s, 30s, as we get older, and it only gets worse after that, the little amount our body can make of CoQ10 really isn't adequate to fuel the requirements of our body. And CoQ10's most important role in our body is, as most everyone knows, is energy production. It's the transport of electrons to allow us to experience the energy that is life. I mean, basically stated, life is all about our ability to utilize the energy that's created in all our cells. And in the human body, and in every body for that matter, each cell is responsible for its own energy production. It can't rely on its neighbors. So each cell has to have an adequate supply of coenzyme Q10 to support its energy production. As I have said ever since I first introduced CoQ10, which is now about 38 years ago, long before anyone else introduced CoQ10, we did. And as I said back then, when people were selling all these crazy, kind of dangerous energy products back in the day, I said the most effective and the most common sense approach to energy isn't to overstimulate ourselves for a moment, but to really think about the requirements of every one of the 100 trillion cells in my body. And I'd rather just see all of those 100 trillion cells effectively producing energy at their very best, than just give myself a stimulant. And that's, I think, the most common sense. Obviously, it's also the healthiest way to produce energy. And when you think about your organs, we think about, okay, our organs can only work as well as they have energy. And not surprisingly, our organs' optimal functioning requires optimal levels of CoQ10, which as we age, those levels go down. And as those levels go down, it impacts our energy level. It impacts how well our key organs function. So CoQ10 supplementation, it is always at the top of my list with vitamin D, and we'll discuss vitamin D here and also a little later, that vitamin D, as important as it is, as affordable as it is, CoQ10 and vitamin D are, it'd be hard to say which is more important, and we all know how important I've said vitamin D is for the last, 43 years. I've been a broken record about the importance of vitamin D. Well,
I need to be a broken record about the offer tonight, because tonight is really special. It is the last chance to get the monthly special pricing, and let me show you why that's good. Here's where the pricing normally is, as you can see. This is the pricing that has been for the month of April that's coming to an end. Massive discounts, right? But if you order it today, you're actually going to be able to benefit. If you want to go for CoQ10 with vitamin D, well, you can do it at no extra cost. I'll give you an example. If you look at the 240 and the 240 with and without, the retail HSN price is different, but as the monthly special pricing, it's the same. Andrew, essentially, well, not essentially, you are. You're getting vitamin D, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 IU. You choose for free if you order the monthly special, if you choose to do so.
Exactly. You could get, whether you could get 1,000 IU or 2,000 IU, it's the same price. So you get our amazing CoQ10 formula, or you get our amazing CoQ10 formula with 1,000 IU or 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. all three are the same price. So you get your pick. It's kind of like a gift or a bonus of vitamin D.
I want to show you a couple of reviews, if I may, because it's so compelling. And when I say reviews, this product has 4,232 reviews. Most HSN products have 10 reviews. This has 4,232. Andrew always delivers. I love all of Andrew's products. He never disappoints me. I especially love his Coenzyme Q10. It's an essential product for me. I can take it on an empty stomach with no problems at all, and the benefits from taking this are just wonderful. Andrew's CoQ10 is like no other, and blood work has proven that to me. I've been taking it for about 2 years now and will never be without. Keeps you going in with energy. I know when I don't have any energy is when I don't have CoQ10. It helps me get through the toughest part of my day. In the afternoon, my partner and sons love it as much as I do. I can't imagine being without it. And finally, part of my health routine. This is an essential part of my wellness routine. I have done lots of research on the product and have found Andrew's to be the best. I've been taking it for several years. On my most recent wellness exam, my physician, after discussing my weight loss, diet choices, supplements I take, and the results of all my numbers, blood pressure, cholesterol, etc., exclaimed, "How does it feel to be in charge of your health?" Well, it feels wonderful. Thank you, Andrew. And Andrew, isn't that the reason why this all began for you on HSN, certainly, was to help people become in charge of their health, giving the information so we can all make good choices, better choices, perhaps?
Well, when I started doing this, and now it's over 30 years ago, on QVC, of all places, that's where I started. And one of the things I said, I really didn't want to go on television. And I said, I don't want to sell vitamins. All I want to do is provide education, provide information about ingredients, the importance of certain ingredients that are overlooked by all the conventional supplement companies, things like CoQ10 and vitamin D and all the different things that were being overlooked. And surprisingly, the then founder, the original founder and the CEO of QVC at the time said, "That's great. We only want you to educate." Right. They didn't want anyone to be talking about vitamins from a sort of a sales perspective, that it really should be something that's more a service in terms of education and information. And that's what I've been doing, certainly with CoQ10. That's what I've been doing for a long time. I mean, it was probably a decade before I even saw another company offer a CoQ10 product. Because remember, my first CoQ10 product came out in 1984. Right. And I don't think CoQ10 was even marginally popular until the 1990s. So it's something that I've taken very seriously, as our role in providing information. With vitamin D, I've been talking about the importance of vitamin D since 1979. Every multivitamin we've made has had more vitamin D in it than the RDA, than the requirements. And it's something that I've talked on and on about the importance of vitamin D and how affordable it is, and how it's something that we need to know, just as we know other things when we go to our doctor's office. We should know our vitamin D levels, and it should be in the healthy range. So information, education is the foundation of what we've always done. And there's no product that information, education is probably more important than with CoQ10. Because if you understand its role in your body, what it does in terms of the transport of electrons and the unavailability of it typically, it's something that it's hard to not feel an imperative, feel it's incredibly important to supplement it.
I don't want to rush anybody at home, but I do need to stress the CoQ10 pricing, with or without